Leibniz of Venice invented homework in the year 1905, and he was actually right about inventing homework because he intended it to be a punishment, not a mandatory. And he had his reasons making homework a punishment. Some countries around the world, like Finland, Norway, and some schools in China and France, realized his reasons and banned the homework. And these countries and schools were found to excel academic performance even more than countries like Italy, who gives the homework. And there are reasons why these countries excel and other countries escape homework. And even something interesting that before the year 1905, we had more intellectuals around the world. Even like, for example, in Egypt, we had Saad Zaghloul, Mustafa Kamil, Ahmad Shawqi, Rawi, and so on. Only in Egypt, all of this intellectuality before homework. And even though in these days we have better education, we have internet, which means multifarious sources of information and eclectic sources of information too, we don't have as much remarkable intellectuals as before. And this must have reasons too. Further in this debate, we are going to know why Roberto Neves made homework a punishment, why these countries banned homework, and why intellectuality got rare. Me, Amina, and my team are going to tell you some of these reasons.
ماشي. Okay.
Firstly, I will introduce myself. My name is Mark Litter. I am in year 9. I am in St. George's School. Okay. I am the leader of the team that was doing homework. Personally, I see the homework is important. Quickly, I will tell you the names of my group. Lama Mustafa, Wali Amunyos, Mayam Ashraf, Jana Hani, Nabil Sabr, Sarah Medhat, Junaid Harna, Jana Mustafa. Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, keep going.
One of the most common demerits about homework is stress and the effects of stress on the body. According to a research conducted by Dennis Pope in the University of Stanford, when surveyed 4,317 students, they found out that to 56% of students, homework was the main stressor. And to less than 1% of the students, it was not a stressor. So to all students, homework was a stressor. And so what are the effects of stress on the body? First, we have when the body faces a stressful situation, the body secretes two hormones, glucagon and cortisol. First, glucagon lower metabolism and increase the difficulty because homework is like a daily thing, and so more stress, more glucagon. So lower metabolism, regardless of the hours they sit doing homework, they tend to become more fat and will damage their self-esteem. And for cortisol has two effects on the body, damaging cardiovascular health and damaging the immune system. First, for cardiovascular health, the cortisol increases the rigidity of the blood vessels, making it harder for the heart to pump blood around the body. And for the immune system, the cortisol increases the inflammations of the immune system, which weakens the immune system and will make the immune system attack some parts of the body, most commonly joints, something that became more common these days between the youth. And there is probably a link between this and that.
Excellent. No.
First, the last thing that children would want to do after a long day at school is homework. It's too difficult to make children, after a long day at school, to do homework, and they are often so tired from the co-curricular activities that they do at school, and also from school and activities that they do, and also they have to apply with homework and also what they learn every day. They are distracted by the games and the forms of entertainment at home. So this makes a real challenge for parents for them to just make their children to do homework. There is often a dispute between the children and with them to make them do their homework, and with the children that have a problem with doing homework, like the children that has ADHD. It is a problem to make them do homework, so they
Okay, keep going.
won't recognize what they said, what the teacher said, and it is only 2% from the teacher said that they only remember, so they have to apply for what the teacher said in their class. So now, however, it is important to learn while doing the homework. It's like just a task you take, and it is for completing a very important task in your life. Homework is like just you have to make mistakes to learn from these mistakes. So like a subject like math or a subject like physics, I can't learn what the teacher says without knowing, without completing the problems like math problems, and there are also physics problems. It is assigned as school homework does play an important role in the learning process of children. And now we are going to prove how homework makes an important role in the learning process of the children. Homework teaches students to be independent. Homework teaches me and everyone to be independent and also to take initiatives and to be responsible for the tasks we complete every day. Homework also develops a sense of self-discipline. And it is very important for me to have self-discipline, and I really see that this is very important. Doing homework also at home with myself also helps the children to practice working alone without my teacher helps me, or also my classmate also helps me. I have to just used to work alone without help from anyone. Homework also teaches children to be resourceful, as they must do their things on their own. I have to make some things on their own to depend on myself in the future. They have to know how to use available resources of information to use such as to use at home, such as internet or books. This boosts the confidence in developing problem solving and handling situations by themselves alone in the future, like situations that happens when I become young, when I become old, and in my job I have situations that I can deal with it, and with homework I can develop with myself and build my character and my personality. Third is the stress problem, and also not every homework assignment will seem completely relevant to your life at this moment. Not everything I do, I have to be good at it. The most successful people who are the most people that had failures in their life. I have to make mistakes to learn from these mistakes. The stress problem, we're not talking about the stress, we're talking about the concept of homework. The stress comes from the overload of homework, and this happens because of the amount of homework that the teacher gives to the students. Thank you.
Very good. Very good. Well done.
Second thing we're going to talk about is the mental demerits, and we're going to explain that. First, we have learning abilities. The cortisol is secreted when the body takes a stressful situation, as we mentioned before. In this case, the stressful situation is doing the homework. Cortisol in short periods might be helpful for a burst of energy, but in long periods and getting secreted frequently can affect two main parts of the brain, the hippocampus and the prefrontal cortex. The hippocampus is responsible for learning, memory, and equilibrium, while the prefrontal cortex is responsible for thinking, judgment, and choice making. So damaging these two parts can hinder the student's learning abilities and can cause bad memory and rational thinking, which can make the student create negative attitudes towards intelligence and can affect his grades in school and even in his later life. Now we're going to take a look at the depression.
Depression is the most famous result resulting from long homework. When students get assigned using homework, especially at a young age, they probably forget about doing it. That they will get punished by either the teachers or the parents. So he will associate negative youth from education. As well, more scientifically, children's brain will tend to lower dopamine, which children's brain can get tend to lower dopamine when it is assigned to do their homework, which if happen frequently, it will lead to depression, which is damaging for the youth.
Third thing we're going to talk about in mental demerits is confidence. When you assign a child to do a piece of paper which he doesn't know what its purpose, what he will do with it, he might forget to do it or do it efficiently, which results in him getting punished for getting a bad grade related to it. Now, let's say that confidence is controlled by two hormones, serotonin and dopamine. High serotonin blood means high confidence, while high dopamine means low confidence. So when the student gets punished for not doing the homework or getting a bad grade at it, high dopamine is secreted in the blood, which results in low confidence. And we'll do some of the mental effects part. We can say that stress causes bad memory, weaken his learning abilities, depression, low confidence, which will hinder the student's learning process. Now we're going to do not only homework is have mental and physical demerits, it also is inefficient. I'm going to talk about that right now.
I also had objection about the previous part I talked about.
Let's look at the objections at the end.
Objections?
Yeah, at the end. Yeah.
Okay.
Homework affects the relation between parents and their children. Parent involvement with homework impacts students in a positive way. One of the most important reasons for parent involvement is that helps alleviate stress and anxiety. If the students are facing challenges with specific skills or topics, parents have experience with a variety of subject matter and life experience to help increase relevance, to help students understand the content and make it more meaningful, clearly, while also helping them understand this more meaningful, and this is specifically for young children. Also for development, stress and parents become more flexible and allow students to take steps to agree to make children not always remember the time they spent with their parents and with homework or classroom projects. Parental involvement with homework and engagement in their child's education are related to higher academic performance, better social skills and behavior and increase self-confidence.
First thing, in terms of grades, I think many universities found no difference in course grades between students who do homework and those who don't do it. So too much doing homework doesn't necessarily bring better results. And also it causes many other problems that we'll talk about. Another thing is homework encourages cheating. Many students do their homework by cheating from books or even from each other. Not just because they want to improve their academic achievements, but because they are after the punishment. Then move to effective punishment. Homework being forced is not necessary, so it's not all students know that. They must practice in order to learn. So homework is not only unnecessary but also damaging, as mentioned in a Stanford research that showed that homework hinders the engagement and performance of the students. Punishment also was proved by meta-analysis of a research by Harris Cooper that showed that punishment makes the students more accurate and they will grow more accurate and they will refuse to learn. So enforcement and punishment don't only kill the engagement of the students but also gives the feeling of responsibility and the ownership. So they will be completely unproductive in their education, since ownership is the most important factor in terms of discipline, as the book of For Discipline of Execution said that. Thank you.
Thanks.
Enforcement is actually counterproductive and makes it hard to be disciplined. But how? First, as we mentioned before, homeworks can lead to the creation of negative attitudes about learning. As a result, students won't be productive in vacations. They'll actually be lazy and drawn to activities that provide pleasure, like social media and even worse habits that can be destructive to their childhood. So by banning homeworks and starting to have projects and activities are definitely much better. We provide students with a much more healthier childhood and more productive. So projects actually teach students independence, accountability, and self-discipline, as this would mentions. It also makes the creation of positive attitudes about learning, helping students create good habits. So, and a lot of schools and countries have actually realized that, like Finland. So, by banning homeworks, starting to have projects and activities, we're actually providing them a much more healthier childhood and make them productive.
Very good.
In 1956, Benjamin Bloom with helpers Max Engelhardt, Edward Forrest, Wilbur Hill, and David Roscoe popularized a framework for categorizing educational goals. Okay? Taxonomy of educational objectives, familiarly known as Bloom's taxonomy. Okay? This framework has been applied by generation of K-12 teacher and college instructor in their teaching. So, it was put in our books by Ministry of Education. Okay? And this pyramid is found in Muasser's books. Okay? What this pyramid is talking about? It's talking about that what students need to do before answering the question. Okay? Although all the this point in this pyramid are essential, we are going to be talking about a point in the third floor talking about applying. Okay? What's the meaning of applying? It means that I need to apply the lesson once, twice, 3 times in order to be able to answer the question. Okay? How can I apply? To solve the equation, to calculate the equation, to search about the lesson in internet. All of these things are in the homework. Okay? So, if the homework wasn't important, so Ministry of Education wouldn't have to put this pyramid and make a point talking about applying. Thank you.
That's good.
Of information they provide us, and they need to apply that information in order to provide their learning. At home assignment help students learn the material set in class. Students require independent practice to internalize new concepts, and this assignment can provide valuable feedback for teacher about how well students understand their curriculum. For example, students who do homework, such as homework activities, collecting the study materials, note taking, and following direction, should increase grades and more positive comments on the course card.
Another important result, there is a research by the City University of New York. Noted that students who engage in self-regularity processes while completing homework such as goal setting, time management, and remaining focused are generally more motivated and are higher achievers than those who don't use the process. Homework also helps students develop key skills that they will use throughout their lives. It encourages them to practice self-study, research, and time management. It also builds their confidence in their ability to solve difficulties without assistance of teacher or parents.
That's good.
How long does students start? According to scientific research, the high-performing students take about 3-4 hours to finish their homework in one day. Besides, they are spending 7 hours in the school day, which 1 hour less than a full-time job. Some students can't find time to build up their personality or learn strong relationships with friends or families. Or activities on your hobbies, their interests. They can, students should spend 8 to 10 hours in one day, so they can find the time to sleep enough. This sleep doubles the brain, and they can focus on their lessons in school.
Good. Good.
How much groups produce achievement? Studies have shown that homework improves student achievement in terms of grades, test results, and life to attend college. Research published in high school journal indicates that students write between 61 or 91 each day. First going higher on mathematics, but then there are students who report spending more time on math.
Affects the social life of the students badly, as it eats up the valuable life that the students have to spend to not only attend after-school activities and catch up with friends.
For most of students, it may also compare with other problems.
Home homeworks deprive them from a convivial childhood, which can be damaging for their personality. A study by Robert Kismer found that homework affects their relationship with the students and their parents.
Firstly, the school work environment for doing homework is wrong for many reasons. In the first place, home is like a that accelerates students' learning. And I want to clear up something. There is no doubt that the class is warm and friendly, but some students struggle to study outside the home. Therefore, home allows students to study in an atmosphere familiar to them, which can help to increase their development. So we can conclude the second reason, which is that the home is a quiet place to focus on doing homework more accurate than doing it at school. Scholar articles cover 1989 defined homework as work assigned by educators for students to do it at non-school hours. And school is to educate students only, not to do homework or study.
This video for Obama, a past president for America, and he is just telling the students about the importance of homework and how it is important to apply, and how it is important for me in my life, and how it affects my character and my personality when I become a teenager or I become an adult. So let's see what he says about it.
Every homework assignment will see your life. You won't necessarily succeed in everything the first time you try. That's okay. Some of the most successful people in the world are the ones who can most fail. J.K. Rowling, Harry Potter. Her first Harry Potter book was rejected 12 times before it was time to publish. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. He lost hundreds of games and missed thousands of shots during his career. But he once said, I have failed over and over and over again in my life, and that's why I succeed. These people succeeded because they understood that you can't let your failures define you. You have to let your failures teach you. You have to let them show you what to do differently next time. So if you get the
I want just to say something again, that homework is important for applying it, for I can't hear something without hearing it or studying it many times. I have to study it many times, once Second, and it is important to learn it in many years. I see that homework makes me just revise what the teacher said, revise what I took the last years, not only in my semester or the curriculum that I'm studying, and that's it. Thank you.
Very good.
Homework is not just affect on teachers' life and time, as you mentioned before, it also affects on teachers. But how would it happen? So teachers give students homework with the objective to correct the homework. Take too many time for teachers. So it also strict for teachers to correct a homework for many classes and students. And even if teacher correct homework in the session, in this way also consume time session time. Instead of doing homework and take it like it's homework and correct it, then correct it, we can take this time to get the high advantage of the session time, doing different activities, learning activities to encourage students' academic achievements. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
So about the homework overload problem, they might have a point about that, but yes, we're talking about the homework itself. So, so what should we do about this problem? An example to solve it, we should give maybe first graders 10 minutes to do homework. Second graders 20 minutes to do homework. It's called the 10-minute rule. So by maybe us 9th graders, we should have like an hour and a half to do homework. Homework is, I think that homework is extremely important in about that it doesn't affect grades thing, because some students are lazy. But punishment shouldn't be extremely abusive. It should be like a small punishment, which would actually make students learn to start doing homework more. Actually, and doing homework encourages a lot of students to be more productive in school. For example, we have Mariam Ashraf, who got a certificate for being excellent in social studies and doing homework and more like that.
That's good.
Well, to conclude, the minutes of homework, something that damages the mental health and psychological health of the student, damage physical health, hinders the education process. Even countries that banned homework did better than countries who did not. And we have better alternatives, like, for example, projects and activities, which was found to make students have more ownership to do it. And because all students like to interact and participate, something that teaches them interdependence. Because like homework, most of the time is standardized and doesn't really affect creativity. Homework has not affect any creativity, independence, because they just hate it, they do it for the sake of doing it, so to not get a punishment, to not lose grades. And in the vacations, they won't really, they study, they will just be playing, because they are not really happy with the schoolwork. They just negative attitudes of learning. We have even for intellectuality. Most students create negative attitudes about learning, as we said before, and even a lot of students say that the subjects are unnecessary. Some important subjects such as history, with such important lessons to learn, is said to be unimportant. So there is no intellectuality. They grow to be just paper workers, doing just some office work, no creativity, no real ability to set a goals. Maybe homework may have benefits, but projects have more. If I give you an example, I give you the choice, either choose a chicken to eat or a cow to eat. And you surprisingly choose a chicken. I ask you why. Cow has more meat and better. But you say, yes, but chicken has meat too. That's nonsense. Homework maybe have benefits, but projects and activities have more, something that also consume the time of teachers correcting the homework, and even adding some stress to teachers to correct it. That time could be used to organize an activity, organize a project that will teach them more than ever. And that's it.
Okay.